My name is Dwayne and I'm with Castlesandattics, and let's talk about buying an education. In the past month, I received, I'd say 5 or 6 emails, at least 5, just with, Dwayne, you have some knowledge and I'm trying to get this business going. Do you have any advice? Can you get me down the road? I don't know what to do. And let's talk about a few things, okay? Let's talk about, we'll talk about an education. We'll talk about your right attitude, your right perspective, and the reality, okay? Let's start with an education. I call it buying an education. Why? Because I'm still learning. I'm learning to this very day. I have been studying all my life for this exact moment at 42 years old. There, I said my age. You thought I was younger, didn't you? Anyways, for 42 years now, I'm right here where God has me, and I'm enjoying the ride. And that's my perspective. But for education, what does it take? Well, I pulled it out. Are you ready? Here it is. This is the first book I ever bought in the antiques business. A McCoy book. And how did I come to that? I'm going to auctions periodically, and some guy suggests, yeah, I got these books in my car, and I drive around. And he had a replacements.com book. I remember it real clear. When the light bulb went off, I can see in front of the house where I was, where he showed me this book, and he was buying dishes, and he knew what the dishes were worth, and what to pay for the set, and then he was going to ship it off to replacements.com. This is right before all the big internet craze. And he said, you know, yeah, I keep a bunch of these books. There were Griswold and Roseville and different things, and that's when books were valuable, you know. And he said, you know, Dwayne, you need to get you some books and look around. And $25 for a book was a lot of money for me at that time. But I bought this book and I studied it day and night, night and day, every auction I went to, hoping to find a piece of McCoy, and then I would be able to find the value, whether it was $14 or $18 or whether it was $100. And I was able to find $100 pieces of McCoy for $4 at an auction because of the book. And then that Christmas, my brother-in-law got me this book. And shortly after that, bit by bit, I started adding price guides to my repertoire and staring at them. And then the internet came, and, you know, of course, I was able to look at the internet, and I got a job at an auction house, and I was able to work at auctions, and I went to auction, I went to antique shop after antique shop, and I looked at something, and I was able to really you know, define and acquire an education. An education in this business is important. And you have to buy it. You have to buy it with mistakes. You have to buy it with time. You have to buy it with knowledge. You have to buy it with a higher learning. You have to buy it with sacrifices. And I do that, and I do that regularly. I subscribe to websites. I watch videos. I pay for information online. I pay for magazine subscriptions. I continually educate myself. I talk with people. I constantly learn. It's a constant growth and change. Nothing is inevitable. You know, the only security we have on this earth are opportunities. You know, there's no security, just opportunity. And you have to keep looking for those opportunities to change and grow. With that, oh, I was reading an email the other day that reminded me of this, or watching a video, and one guy was talking about, he's part of Glendon. If you haven't seen Glendon on YouTube, go find Glendon Cameron, you know, buy his books, study any of the other guys out there. There are a few other guys that have small books and pamphlets. Read them all. It doesn't matter. You're going to gather little bits of information to help you make another decision to be smarter. But this guy said he got up at 5 in the morning and watched videos and read and studied until 7 before he started his workday. And I thought, that's it. That's right where it takes. For me, I'm a night owl. I like to study and work until about 11 at night. So normally after I put the kids in bed from about 9 to 11 till 12, I'll work and study and read things and do that kind of stuff. I'll go over what I bought in the day, and that's how I educate myself. And I can do a whole video on this in many different avenues of how I educate myself, and we'll do that one time. Right attitude. Right attitude. The winning attitude. John C. Maxwell. Here's another one. James Allen. As a man thinketh. I study the Bible. You know, I can do all things through him who gives me strength. I have cards. I believe. Today is a great day. With God, all things are possible. I am happy because. I pray for. I am thankful because. I try to create the right perspective when I wake up in the day. You have to do that because it allows you to learn and change your paradigm. It allows you to grow and think and to be wiser. The right perspective. This is hard work. This is morning till night. This is 6 days a week. I take Sundays off. And we take Sundays, I go to church, and then I come home and I spend time with my family. And we try to do nothing but spend time as a family. And we volunteer at a church. So sometimes I'm there early and there late. 6 days a week. Not 5, not 9 to 5, not 8 to 4. 6 days a week, morning to night. And sure, I got to figure out how to do baseball in the middle of there, spend some time with my wife, make dinner, eat. 6 days a week. No getting out of it. What do people miss in this business? I write this one down on a card and I read it regularly. Opportunity is missed by most people because it comes dressed in overalls and looks like work. The only place you're going to find success before work is in the dictionary. This is a lifelong journey. I am not going to be extraordinarily rich. Some people are. I'm sure I'll be very content and I'm very happy and I know I make a good living. But hey, I have the right perspective. This is what I know how to do. It takes achievement, it takes work, it takes some sacrifices. I give up Saturdays. Today I read about baseball and I thought, gosh, I miss baseball. I don't have cable television because I would watch baseball. I don't even know baseball players anymore. I used to love to watch baseball. I've had to give some things up. New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve is not an opportunity for me to celebrate because New Year's Day I always have an auction I have to work at because that's how I make money. I have the right perspective. Gather the right perspective. This is the reality, guys. You're not going to get somewhere in this business fast. You can get there. You can achieve success. You can achieve happiness. Hey, we educate our children. My wife doesn't work, outside of the home. We get to take off sometimes in the middle of the week. If we want to go visit relatives, we can. We have opportunities to enjoy life too. My kids don't go without. Hey, the lights are on. I'm pretty well, believe it or not, I'm pretty well fed. Everybody's happy. And that's reality, I'm where I am and I'm fortunate, but I didn't get here overnight. And I really sacrificed a lot to get here. So that's my 2 cents for right now. I hope it gives you a little bit of perspective about this business and buying an education and about where you're going to have to go. And really, I don't want to take away from where you are and where you're going. I just want to give you my perspective and where I am since many of you asked. And I hope you have many successes. I hope you enjoy life. Take captive your thoughts. They are things. And until we meet again, Case IE, keep a song in your heart and enjoy the ride.